Top TV, truth of the people.
Hello there, just in time for Fact Check live here on Top TV. My name is Abel Omasete, and today we have quite an amazing show for you. No politicking, no financial markets, no dilly-dallying. It's all about the youth, lifestyle, and social media. Vijana huko nje wanataka tu kupiga sherehe, Naivasha things, and also the Subaru boys. Whereas our parents desire us to live a complete opposite type of lifestyle we want for ourselves. So where do we draw the line? Who is right, who is wrong? And also, is social media killing our generation? I have heard somebody say you love to live longer to see the kind of grandparents we'll become to our grandchildren. That is the discussion we'll be having live here on Fact Check. And to help me grace this particular discussion, I have a panelist, and just to introduce them, on my right hand is Anne Buari. She is a media personality. Anne, how have you been?
I've been well. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, it's your first time. Karibu sana.
Asante sana.
And I appreciate for coming through.
Okay.
And also besides that is none other than Dennis Enzeveri. He is a media practitioner as well as a youth leader. Enzeveri, karibu sana.
Thank you so much.
How have you been? How is COVID treating you?
Very good, and COVID has given us an opportunity now to be innovative and think differently from the way we have been thinking. So we are in for it, and we need to work and look at on how we're taking care of ourselves and the elderly too. And again, it's an opportunity now to be innovative and coming up with new technologies as youth so that we can fit in this society.
Okay, and also you, dear viewer, you can engage us on our social media platforms at Top TV Kenya across all the platforms, and you can start sending in your text messages and your tweets at Abel Omasete at Top TV Kenya using the hashtag Fact Check, and I'll be sampling them as the show goes on. And to set us off in this particular kind of discussion, I'll begin with you, Anne. From your own perspective, the kind of lifestyle we the youth are living, how can you rate it? Is it good? Is it fair? Is it bad according to your own perspective?
I think the generations have changed.
Yeah.
That is very evident.
Yeah.
But as that being said, I also think that we are living very recklessly. We are living very reckless lives. We are engaging in things that are unheard of. Today, immorality is very normalized. Everyone is saying like we are the digital generation, and you know, we are Generation Zs and millennials. We want to live our lives while we are young, but then in real sense, we are killing ourselves, and that's why I think you have heard of stories of young people dying very young. Every other time someone has been shot, someone has been beaten by the mob, someone has died of these diseases like
STI.
STIs, STDs, HIV, and you know, diseases like that because of our reckless living.
Enzeveri, according to your point of view, do you think we as the youth, we are on the right track in regards to the kind of lifestyle we live? We like to party, going to vacations. What do you think of the kind of lifestyle we the youth live?
Yeah, thank you so much. Personally, I believe things have changed, and we are living in a very totally different generation from our forefathers and our fathers, how they used to live. And with the introduction of technology, introduction of social media, this now brings things to a very worse level, in a sense that we want now to live, you ought to live another person's life. Because if I find out that Omasete, you're now wearing that pull neck, I'll have to change. I'll have to struggle to have that pull neck.
Yeah.
I didn't know how you get it, but I'll want to have it. Now we have changed our lifestyles.
Just
we
because
want
I have
now
it, you want to have it.
Yes.
Yeah.
It looks good in you, and I think if I wear it, it will look good on me. I don't know how you went through the struggles to get the pull neck.
Yeah.
I don't know how you went through. So now in the current generations, things have changed. We seen totally different generation where young people want to be rich right now. At the age of 18, young people wants to be rich. They don't want to go through that process.
Yeah.
They don't want to know how to get there.
Yeah.
They want just to use the shortcut for them to be there. So you don't expect anything different. If I see you have a car, I'll struggle to have that car. I don't know how you got it, but I want to own it. It's a generation that we are living in is a generation of competition. We are competing. Right now, if you go to Instagram, you will see a very totally different thing.
Yeah, and I'll come to that point in regards to social media. But let me come to you. The parents are complaining that vijana wamepotoka sana, madini haiko imepotea kabisa. What do you make of such sentiments from our very own parents, that we the youth, we have lost the track, we are not doing things in the right manner? Is it because change of generation, change of times, or who is to blame in this particular case?
You've asked me who is to blame. Let me start with that one.
Okay.
I don't think there's anyone to blame because, as I said before, the generations have changed, and right now times are very different. And whereas our parents are right, we're living our lives in ways that during their days it was unimaginable. They also have to understand things have changed, and we're not saying they're wrong. Of course, there's some things that they're saying about how we're living right now, which are right. You know, like you've seen like that. Let me talk about when people went for Safari Rally. You saw those clips. Those, even if we want to defend ourselves and say, oh, we are digital, we are living our lives as young people, we also have to consider what those people are doing. And when you're watching those clips, you're like, what? Even you are surprised. So they are right to say we are living our lives in ways that you're not supposed to live them. But they also have to put in mind that things have changed.
It's a very, now on your point of view, some are saying that we as the youth, we might fail to have good husbands and good wives. According to your perspective, do you think that is correct? And if that is so, what is the solution to that crisis? Because of the manners or kind of the lifestyle we, the youth, are living in.
You know, to be very frank, right now, you not get a wife material right now as we speak. You not get a husband material as we speak right now. Because if you go back to what I do personally, back what she does personally, you will not like what we are doing. If you go to that measure to say that you are looking for a wife material, you will not get it. Let me now tell you right now, if you look at the statistics as we speak right now, the levels of single mothers, the levels of single dads outside there, it's on a high, a rise. It's rising. The reason being is these people have chosen to now live their own life. Someone tells you, me, I want to just get married, I get a kid, then I walk out of the marriage. That is now the generation. People have seen. If you look at in the other countries where someone divorces a wife, and someone claims to get the half of the wealth they have, and then they walk out. They start living their own life. Because if we speak about now getting into real wife materials and husband materials, right now as we speak in this country, you will not get.
So are you saying you'll not get married because...
I'm not saying so. I can't just assume it that way. I still think that those who are there, those who have remained, they can make good wives. And there are some guys who are there who can make good husbands. But what I'm saying is the generation that we are living in, the age we are living in, the current times we are living in, even our parents are saying, if you walk even in your village, your parents are saying, ula tapata bwana kweli, ula tapata bibi kweli. Because it starts from our moral point of view. How do you take yourself? How do you carry out yourself? Are your morals reflective of who you are, or very different of whom you are? So we look at that point and we find out that currently, if you walk outside and say that I want to get a wife, I want to get a husband, it's very different. That's why your parent will tell you, huyu anatoka wapi? How long have you guys stayed together?
Have you known each other?
Yes. that gives you an opportunity to learn.
Yeah, I get your point. Now, Anne,
Yes.
coming to you, let's assume you are a parent. Will you love your children to live the kind of lifestyle with the youth in this current century and generation you are living in?
That's that's a very tricky question.
Yeah.
As let me put myself in the shoes of a parent.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's some things that we as youth are doing that are not quite nice, and when I look at it from a negative point of view, of course, I will only see the bad things about this generation.
Yeah.
But you also have to remember that there are good things.
Yeah.
So, as a parent, I would like my child to, take up the positives and go with according to how technology is going, and to be forward-minded and open-minded.
Yeah.
But then they also have to, remember where they come from, and they have to remember their morals.
Yeah.
Because nowadays, as I was telling you before, there's a very thin line between modernity and morality.
So in short, you won't allow your children just to smoke, bang anyhowly, drink anyhowly, go to party after party?
No.
Yeah.
You have to make your children know that if you do this, this will happen, and you probably die. There's diseases, there's crime. You've seen people being shot in bars, and you have to make them aware of how, I think the mistake that our parents are doing, they never told us how things are right now. They like put us in a blanket, and when you get to uni or high school and you find those children, now they're discovering these things on their own, now it becomes a problem. They've never been exposed to people clubbing and, raving and people smoking bang, and their parents never told them. If
This
you
is
go,
bad, this is really-
bad, this is. They just told us when we were coming to Nairobi from Ushago, Nairobi ni kubaya.
Na uchanganya sana. Yeah, I get your point. And now Dennis, from Anne's point of view, she's saying that she won't necessarily allow her children to engage in such activities, or if that is so, she'll advise them accordingly, and that they should consider some certain guidelines and morals, so when partaking different kind of activities. Now, coming to you, who is to blame here? Is it the parents who have gone to an extent that they can't talk to their children, let's say, for example, on matters to do with sex, like you can't advise your son or daughter that don't do this at this age, don't get pregnant. What do you say about that?
According to me, this problem squarely lies with the parents.
Yeah.
Because if we now get back now to our forefathers, if our grandfathers used to sit with our fathers on the same table, they eat, they discuss about these things. But in our generation right now, our fathers are so busy. Right now, our parents are so busy looking for money. They don't have that time for our children. Look at now the current generation that we are raising as we speak right now. Because if you look at now, like a parent is working someone else. He has left this kid with a house girl,
help,
or a house help at home. You don't know what morals this house help is putting into your child. What are we exposing to our children? Which kind of content are we watching on TVs? Which kind of content are we getting online? So this squarely lies with their parents. This squarely lies with the all generations, because they have failed to sit down with their kids, talk to them, tell them, if you do this, this is wrong. And there is nothing bad in life. For me to discover something, I'll have to make sure I want to test it. I want to see if this one goes this side. Why does it not have to go the other side? So you really have to discover yourself. And as we speak right now, this generation is on the discovery level. They want to discover, they want to see this thing. If you tell him, don't sleep at this time, he will ask you why. Don't do this, he will ask you why. So there is a generation that is on the discovery move.
So in short, you're saying parents are to be blamed?
Squarely, parents have to be blamed. Parents have failed to spare time with their parents, with their kids, talk to their kids, advise their kids, and tell their kids, if you do this, it's wrong. If our parents really had to sit down with us, talk to us, then we will be talking about something squarely different.
But Anna, let's face this. It's a fact and a reality that we, the youth, we have peer pressure amongst us. That just because I have a car, I have this kind of shoes, you also want to have that kind of shoes or that type of car. Is this a major problem that hinders us from going through the good, or rather the right morals in our society, so that we can impact other sectors, our siblings, and also our job group? Because you cannot just be employed in any company when your morals are of that way, which can be questioned. So do you think peer pressure is a factor that is affecting the youth?
Yes, actually peer pressure is actually a very major cause for the chaos that is going on in our generation right now. I want to disagree with my brother here and say it's not only the parents' duty to educate us, because we have gone to school and we have learnt about these things in class. Our teachers have taught us about it. But then this peer pressure that you're talking about, it is what is leading other people to do and to live the lives that they want to live. You find that people are engaging in crime because they found a friend who has just bought a new car at 24, and they are like, how? I'm 26, I'm 25, why don't I have the same? So they try to take the shorter routes. And like this peer pressure that you're saying right now, it's actually very profound as compared to the days of our fathers, because now we have social media which elevates everything. We our children are watching from TV and they're looking at other countries where other children are living, and they don't remember that we are in a third world country and our economy is quite different and our ways are quite different. We go to social media and we see someone driving something and we want to be there. We see someone wearing something, we want to wear that Louis Vuitton, we want to wear that Gucci, we want to look good, smell good, but we do not know the cost of that. So we decide to take the shorter routes. You find our morals are being corrupted in ways that you go to school and you find which girls are going to sell their eggs in places wherever, and you hear this is easy money, they're going to give me 50k, 60k, and you find that you see someone tells you, let's go, let's rob this person, this is how I get my money. Someone tells you, I sell, I'm a payee, let's do this. So we are very quick to fall into peer pressure because first, we want cash. Second, we want easy life. Third, we don't want to follow the longer route.
We want shortcuts.
Yeah, shortcuts.
Yeah, and so you say that before you comment on that, you'll add in a comment, you'll top your comment on this question.
Yes.
You said parents are to be blamed squarely.
Yeah, true.
Now I want to paint for you this picture that a parent has been advising his or her son and daughter accordingly.
Yes.
Vizuri, he has been raised or she has been raised up very well, going through primary, secondary. But when he or she reaches campus, things start to change. The lady or the gent never knew about shisha, never knew about partying, but immediately he or she enters campus, things start diverting. So what do you say? What do you speak on that?
Omasete, just to be honest, if I raise my kid in a very upright way, in a way that she or he knows smoking shisha is bad, drinking alcohol is bad, definitely if he joins campus, he will be knowing that doing this is bad. But now, the problem we are having it in this country, or as parents, the problem we are having is one, we don't want to face the reality the way it is. If we say right now, she has just said, she has spoken in a very figurative language here. But now, you ought to tell your kid that walking on the streets, selling your bodies is bad. Let's face it. Let's talk it. Let's talk to our kids about it. If we go around the bush and sell them the eggs and whatever, they will want to know that thing that is called an egg. What is it? It's in very figurative language, but he wants to get into that to know. Because right now, we speak right now, you are dressing a very different way. The way you are dressing, our parents not used to dress the way they are dressing right now. Reason is, I want to copy the way these ones wants to do. Go back to the campus. In the campus life, there are those who have chosen to do different things from others. There are those who in campus who joined campus. Since they joined, we can count the number of times they attended the class.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, they will graduate.
Yeah.
And we will look at now the job market. Where are they going? I'm telling you, they are going to be employed. That's why you will get the employers are going now to use a lot of money now to train you again to get into that job market. Reasons are the shortcuts we are using in life.
So, largely, you are saying unemployment is majorly caused by the youth ourselves. We are not ready for those kind of jobs.
With the youth ourselves, I've called the issue of unemployment. We will complain it on the government. We say the government is failing to give us this responsibility. Our government is corrupt. Our government is this and this and this. What are you doing to change that? If there is corruption in our country, as an individual, what are you doing? If right now you will pay someone some money to do an exam for you, what is that? That is corruption on a lower level. If you advance on a higher level, you are going to steal millions. And if you do your own calculation, 1 million times seconds times time, you will see the number of days. Once one person steals 1 billion, that is 36
so in short,
years.
You're saying it will start with an individual.
It starts on an individual level. It doesn't say that this is a group thing and it's happening on a group way. No, it's on an individual level. Look at now, if you want to get marks in campus, you know, as a girl, you will approach a male lecturer and tell him, I'll do this, I'll do this, I'll do this. And you will pass. If, let's say that you are doing 6 units, and out of those 6 units, you will walk around these men, and all of them, they are ready to give you marks. So what are you going to do? It again comes out clearly. Ukienda outside the school, what are you going to get?
I get your point. That is Dennis Enzoveri calling it the way he sees it. This is Fact Check. Remember, you are live on Top TV, and you can weigh in by sending in your tweets at Abel Omasete at Top TV Kenya. Of course, using the hashtag Fact Check. We are due for a short commercial break, and remember, Top TV will be having a fundraiser stroke launch in Ongata Rongai Hall on the 7th of August 2021. Be sure to join in. This is Fact Check. See you on the other side of this break.
Top TV, truth of the people.
Okay, welcome back. Sean Air is lively, or is rather Fact Check Lively on Top TV. I'm with my panelist Anne Boari, a media personality, as well as Dennis Enzoveri, a media personality as well, a youth leader, talking about youth lifestyle and social media. Remember, keep sending in your tweets and I'll be sampling them as the show goes on. Now, Anne, coming to you. Okay, let me first, of course, let me ask you this personal question. How often do you visit your social media accounts? In a day, let's say 24 hours. How often do you visit your accounts?
I'd say a lot, because if I choose a number, I won't be able to give the exact number. So now, let's just say a lot. So
why do you visit your accounts? Besides wanting to be informed on certain matters, why do you visit your accounts?
First, because I'm idle, mostly, and I need to see current trends. But you've said I should not say about that, and also to look who is who in the who in the things like that.
So basically, that's all.
Entertainment.
How often do you visit your social media accounts, and why do you visit them? Besides information, wanting to be informed on certain matters, why do you visit your social media accounts?
Maybe you can allow me to rate. On a scale of 1 to 10, on 8 is for information, learning and other issues, and for 2% is to know what is happening.
What is happening?
And actually, I can tell you, I've tried so many things on social media. I try to look at someone says this, I try to do it. Because that is a lifestyle I'm going through.
And on your answer, based on your answer, how do you feel when a day goes or passes without you visiting those sites? How do you feel?
Let me tell you, there's a time I lost my phone. It was a very big disaster. visiting my social media account. It was a very big disaster. And it's something that I'm addicted to, being always online. And the reason being is just maybe being idle, and maybe, there's a working online. Again, that gives you an opportunity now to be online most of the times.
Yeah.
Yes. And again, on a 2%, I've learned a lot on social media. I've tried a lot.
Yeah.
On social media.
And almost, let's say, 95% of the youth, not only in Kenya, Africa, and also the rest of the world, we're behaving like zombies, apocalypse, in that we're always stuck on our phones. Each hour, each minute, each second, we're always on our phones. Why is that? Are these the changing times, or it's because of necessity?
I'd say both.
Yeah.
It's the changing times and also necessity. Right now, it's, how do I put it? It's necessary because it's the changing times.
Yeah.
You get? So right now, every information is on your socials. You want to study, you go to Google. You want to read a novel, you go to Wattpad.
Yeah.
You want to look at what is the current trends and what is going on, you go to Twitter.
Yeah.
You want to shop, you go to Jumia. You want to, so everything is on our phones.
Yeah.
So like right now, we stay at the comfort of our homes, also because of the pandemic, yeah? You remember that?
Yeah.
So we are usually glued to our phones because sometimes it is necessary.
And from your answer, let's face it, our parents are really complaining that we are always on our phones. Okay, maybe we might be reading, doing some research, but some parents, they know their children very well, that he or she can be on a phone, but he or she is doing something else from what the parents are expecting him or her to be doing at that point in time. So do you think with the youth, besides from being informed on those social media sites, that you are doing something else, let's say watching pornography? Let's face it.
Yeah, it's true. We watch a lot of porn.
Yeah.
I'm including myself because I'm a human. And it's like everyone is watching everyone doing it.
Yeah.
We have what are they called? OnlyFans accounts.
Yeah.
When you go to those OnlyFans, you paid 500 shillings, but the things you will see, oh my God. So the parents are right.
Yeah.
Sometimes we might be doing things there that we're not supposed to be doing, but also sometimes you do it because of necessity. We have school, we have work.
Yeah.
So
Dennis, is it necessity or curiosity? Where do we draw the line? Is it necessity or curiosity?
Both. You want to learn.
Uh-huh.
You want to see what is happening.
Yeah.
You want to try at the same time. So it's both.
Before we started this interview, behind the scene, you said that these things has been happening, in that social media has just come and it has painted the picture clearly to the public. It's now in public domain, but they have been happening. Let's say prostitution, pornography, such kind of stuff.
Abel, the problem with us is we don't want to face the reality.
Yeah.
We want to play around the bush and say whatever. But if we face the reality and we handle the reality as the way it comes, then we will be on a different level.
Yeah.
Let me just tell you, for an example. Before the social media came, there was a pornography there. There was the other Koinange Street. It used to exist before the social media. But now we have changed now the dating. A long time people used to meet someone on the way, they will date, and they know each other from the way, and they will be introduced by an auntie or by a mother or whatever.
Yeah.
But right now, even where we are sitting here, you can get a girlfriend right now as we speak. Mm-hmm. You can talk to that girlfriend. You can meet from social media.
So is it doing good or is it doing more harm to us?
I can say it's doing a lot of harm than good, because right now there is an increase of suicide.
Yeah.
There is an increase of mental health among the young people, mostly among the young people. And the research tells us that in 4 people, 1, 2, 3 plus our cameraman, one of us has a mental case.
Yeah.
So it's something that is on the rise, and social media has contributed on this. But the problem with us is we don't want to face the reality and say these things are happening.
We are afraid of the
We are
truth.
afraid to say the truth. When we go for a photo shoot, a girl will take a picture naked and they post the pictures on social media.
Yeah.
We fail to say that that is wrong. A man will go somewhere, do something that is, you look at it, it's crazy.
And we clap for them.
Yes, what are we looking for? It's likes.
Yeah.
Online is all about looking for likes, and so many people following you. You give them information, you do whatever.
Yeah.
But we don't want to face the reality.
And when you upload a picture on, let's say, Instagram or Facebook, and let's say you get 10 likes, how do you feel? It bothers you, right?
Not bother.
Yeah.
But I'm like,
Why 10 likes?
that was a really good picture. You guys, you don't
Why-
see that.
And when you get 1,000 likes, you feel happy.
Yeah, obviously.
You know, there's a
Yeah.
chemical in our brain called dopamine, I think. So when it's kind of, you just get happy in a second, kind of instant gratification. Yeah. So do you think getting those likes from Facebook or let's say Instagram, they make us happy? That's the kind of happiness we want.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They do make us happy because our generation right now, we are all looking for validation,
Yeah.
even from strangers.
Yeah.
We just want to be validated by someone,
Yeah.
by whomever, a psychopath in India,
Yeah.
whatever. So we're just looking for that validation.
And courtesy of that, there is a rise in insecurity in that we see people comparing lifestyles. This guy is earning $1 million monthly. You have not started working. You don't have a penny. You rely on your parents, but you want to live the kind of lifestyle, let's say Kim Kardashian lives, or let's say The Rock or John Cena. Why are we comparing lifestyles? Why is that so among we, the youth?
Because we are very competitive, and like I said before, tunapenda soft life.
Yeah.
You know, so and then there's also social media.
Yeah.
People live fake lives.
Yeah.
Everyone is living fake lives. So you see someone having something and you want it. Probably they just passed by a Mercedes Benz and they decided to pose beside it and took a picture, and you think, oh my God, this guy
Yeah,
has a Mercedes Benz.
Yeah.
I think the reason why we compare our lives is because everyone puts everything out there, you know, and you feel like you're lagging behind.
Yeah.
And the world is moving so quickly. Like, you sleep today, you wake up tomorrow, your friend has a job.
Yeah.
You know, you do this, so everyone is trying to, you know, keep track of what is happening, and they don't want to see someone's journey, where they started from. They just want to, oh, this one has this one, yes, I want this one. So we are very competitive. We are very influenced by peer pressure and seeing it, you know, like kitambo hata mtu angekuwa na gari classmate wako wa class 3, it wouldn't have bothered you because you don't know, probably because you but right now you see someone and like, I was with this one at school, what am I doing differently?
And so this is the right time to ask you this question. You've just uploaded a photo on your social media handles about this set and the show that is definitely on air. This is Fact Check. To ask you, why is it that with the youth we cannot live that moment, in that you've gone to Mombasa for a vacation? Just enjoy yourself. Or is it a must that you take selfies and post? Okay, I can say you can take those selfies and put it maybe for remembrance or reminiscence, such kind of stuff. But why do you post it on social media? Do you want the likes, or you just want people to feel envy for you that you're in Mombasa and us we're in Kambani and you'd like to be there in Mombasa with you in the beach, having a good time?
Abel, it's all about self-gratification. I really need to feel myself. And, you know, you remember we have gone through the COVID times, we're going through what? A small like on social media will make me happy. If I fail to get those likes, it will like, hey, man, I've prepared for this shoot. I've paid for this money for us to have that shoot and whatever. Why are people not commenting on my photo? Why are people doing this? That's now. You now start suffering from inside. I'm not liked. People doesn't like
Which
me.
Which leads to stress and depression.
So why is my friend here posting? She has 1.2 likes. Hey, we were sitting in the same show. We took the same picture. She posted, she has 1.2. I have only 5. likes. Why?
Why?
You ask
No
yourself.
comments.
Yeah, you ask yourself questions. But now you go back. She was dressing this way. Let me now dress the way she was dressing.
Yeah.
She was sitting on this in this posture. Let me now sit on that in the same posture.
Yeah.
Now we are copying on what is not meant for us.
Mm-hmm.
If we just accept who we are, and we know that for us to be there,
Yeah.
it's a lifetime. I can't tell. I can confirm to you, it has taken you a struggle to be where you are, and no one will come. Like wake up one morning and be like Abel.
Yeah.
Never. So you need to know how to go through that process. We have now failed to go through that process. And we failed. She took a picture with a jumper. Let me now remove my pants and take a picture.
Yeah.
People will like,
Yeah.
and you'll be happy. Now you've gotten so many likes.
So after,
So you look at now, even Instagram right now, the number of, let me say, the number of times you share your nudes,
yeah,
the more the likes,
and the happier you become.
the happier you become. The more you dress decently,
Yeah.
the less the likes, the more depressed
You become.
Yeah. and
Good
this is
stuff.
how
Good point of it there. Now,
the current
Yeah.
situation we are living
Yeah,
in.
and looking in conjunction to what Dennis has said, talking about social currency, of course, there are a number of classes in our world nowadays, the rich, middle class, and the poor. On Instagram, everybody is rich. No one posts that, oh, I'm going through this and this, help me. Okay, I can exempt Omosh, Tidy actor. But everybody literally on Instagram is rich. Why is that so? Why? I mean, even when your parents go through, let's say by good or bad luck, they go through your Instagram page and they'll wonder, hey, is this the kind of life my son or daughter is living? And I'm here back in the village suffering. What do you speak to that?
I think I'll also let me first answer why the question you asked.
Yeah.
Like, why do we put everything there?
Yeah.
It's because there's a saying that goes, if they don't see it, you haven't lived it.
Say that
Yeah.
again. Say that again.
If they don't see it, you have not lived it. So we are like drinking coffee here, going to the everything.
Road trip manenos.
Yeah. So you've asked me.
Oh no, why is it a must that we should compare our lifestyle? Your mother in the village knows very well you don't have something, but when he or she, a neighbor has come to visit her, let's say, and he shows her your social media pages, and she'll be surprised. Hey, is this the kind of lifestyle my son or daughter is living? And I'm here back in the village suffering. There's no food, there's no shelter, and he or she is flossing inside a Mercedes Benz.
I think we are all pressured to do well. We have a lot of pressure to succeed.
Yeah.
In our age, our parents, maybe for them back then, it was easier because go to primary, high school, uni. Once you step uni, you are a rich man.
Yeah.
For us, we go to uni, and then now we start tamaking. Tunaanza kufanya kazi ya kutafuta kazi.
Yeah.
For them maybe it was a bit easier because not a lot of people got the opportunity to go to uni, and those who came, it was much easier for them. But for us, it's much harder.
Yeah.
And we have that pressure to succeed. So you look at your friend and you're like, this one is living such a kind of life. I need to be there because we were sitting at the same place in uni and everything. We have so much pressure. Coming from without and within us, we feel like we need to live a certain kind of life. We need to set a certain kind of standard, even if it's not true.
Yeah.
We want to fake it. They usually say fake it until you make it. And
such a good point. Then it's coming to you. Can we say that we the youth lack patience in that because we have not been employed, we are not living that kind of lifestyle we have, we paint that picture through our social media accounts. Can you say it's because of us being patient or?
No, everything happens
Yeah.
on its own time.
Yeah.
And everything has its own time.
Yeah.
You can't fake it. And if you fake it, one day we will know you are faking it.
Yeah.
How many friends do you have who come to your inbox? Abel, send me 100 bob.
Yeah.
How many friends do you have? But if you look at the kind of life they are living on social media, it's very different from that life that is coming into your inbox.
Yeah.
Many.
Send me 100 shillings, yeah.
Yeah. Send me 100 bob. Nimekwama bro ndakutumia.
Yeah.
How many? There are so many. But the problem now we are having it is now that we want to live that life that is not meant for us.
Yeah.
Right now you are supposed to be walking with a shoe worth 1,000 shillings. But you want to force yourself to wear a shoe worth 4,500
shillings.
So the 3,500, it will force you to go back to your friends. You force them to give you the 3,500. You add the 1,000 you have,
Or
so
even
that to
engage in
buy,
crime.
yes, to buy that shoe.
Yeah.
How many friends? I went through to high school with friends who are now have already made it in life. They are living a very good life. But I know that is a process they have gone through.
Yeah.
I have a friend who is now an MCA. We went to school together. That is a life he's living right now. I won't force myself to be like him because he used a different route for him to be there.
Yeah.
It's the same to a gentleman or a lady. You'll find out that so many ladies are successful in life than men. Do you ask yourself why? Mm-hmm. You need to ask yourself why. Do ladies succeed more than men? These ladies, some of them have decided now to sit down and focus about their life.
Yeah.
And when they focus, they now tend now to be so serious about life. They take that life process, and till the end of the day, they'll make it.
Yeah.
As men, we want to live like, hey, I want to dress in a way that girl will like me.
Yeah.
And you don't know how that girl sees me in this Chinese collar shirt.
Yeah.
Maybe she sees me looking good, but I want to upgrade myself and look like how Bahati dresses, how Otile dresses and whatever, and we get it wrong.
Yeah.
Because right now, if you are a student, you want to force now to live the life that you're not supposed to live.
Yeah.
You now force your parents now to lie to your parents, to send you an extra money so that you can cover up what you're hiding behind.
Yeah.
And that one brings to us now the issue of morality and how we live ourselves. For a lady now will want, rafiki zangu wanaendanga pale Kilimani, pale Java House, pale the other side, whatever. How will you go through that? Yeah. You will look for a man who is going to do that. This man is married. No. So there's a lot of things that comes with the social media frame.
I get your point. And we have highlighted those issues, conundrums affecting we, the youth, but what are the possible panacea to those problems? See you on the other side of this break. Remember, keep sending in your tweets at Abel Omasete at Top TV Kenya using the hashtag FactCheck. See you on the other side of this break.
Top TV, truth of the people.
All right, welcome back. As we are winding up and coming to you, we have highlighted those issues affecting we, the youth. For instance, social media. Now, what are the possible solutions from the kind of lifestyle we live, that we want instant gratification, instant happiness, we don't get likes, we get depressed? What is the possible solution to end such kind of conundrums and live a good life without thinking that you must have 20, 50 cars or a number of ladies and men besides you so that you can look successful?
I think one of the things we should do, we should recognize that not everything we see on social media is true. We are all a struggling generation with good photography skills. We are all struggling. We just know how to take good pictures. Yeah. And once we realize that, we'll see someone in Diani. Probably they're not in Diani. Maybe they took a picture from the internet and posted it there. And we are there, and we are hitting ourselves. Yeah. We need to realize that not everything that we see on social media is true. Yeah. Another thing, we have to live according to our means. Yeah. We cannot. There's no way you want to live $1,000 life when you only have $1. Yeah. It's not possible. It's going to be hard, and you're going to end up having those mental health issues. Mm-hmm. Because have you seen those guys? They were recently they were talking about them, the guys who live in Kilimani in toilets, and, very small room, just because you want to be in a Kilimani group. You want to say niko kwa group ya watu wanaishi Kilimani, you say. So let's not live beyond our means. And also, let's minimize how we how we look at things in social media. Let's limit our screen time.
Yeah.
Let's focus on, reading things and working and trying to figure ourselves out. Another thing, if you know yourself very well, if you have done a self-discovery and you know who you are, it's very hard to fall into peer pressure. Yeah. So you have to know yourself, know where you come from, understand what you want in life, and then it will be very hard to be swayed by everything.
I get your point. Dennis, I saw a meme somewhere, somebody saying that IMF, International Monetary Fund, might be perusing our social media accounts, and they see the kind of lifestyle we are living, and they see, we can loan Kenya a lot of money, and they'll be able to pay back, not knowing that on the ground we're totally different.
Yeah.
So what do you speak to those youth out there who they're deep into social media and faking of lifestyle, na kwa ground we're totally different? We are suffering, we have no jobs, we have no food, even paying rent is a problem.
There is a word called focus.
Yeah.
If you now write the word focus starting with F going downwards, it said follow one course until you succeed.
Follow one course until you succeed. Yeah.
That's all. Target where you want, follow what you want until you succeed. If you now want to live a very different life, that's now a very big problem we are having. Yeah. But I want to advise young people one thing. Those pictures you see on Instagram, those videos you see on Facebook, TikTok, there's a very fake life. So don't be think that I have a friend who is making it in life. No, those are 90%, 99% are fake. So don't be stressed in your life and think that I really need to make it. I really want to be like this or like this. No, there's a very fake life. Just focus and be yourself.
Be yourself.
Yes.
Yeah, that's your parting shot. Anne and Dennis, thank you very much for coming through. Asanteni sana, and I'll be looking forward to invite you some other time for some different kind of discussion.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And also you, dear viewer, thank you for keeping us company. And before I let you go, I want to elaborate on how you can carry yourself if you are an addict of social media. This is according to Bailey Panel, who she says, the first thing you should recognize the problem. Number 2, audit your social media diet. How many times do you visit, or how do you frequent your social media accounts? And number 3, create a better online experience. And finally, number 4, model a good behavior. Need I say more? This has been Fact Check Levy on Top TV. To all those who has made this production possible, cameraman and director behind the scene, and also you, dear viewer, thank you so much for keeping us company. Remember, we do this every Wednesday live on Top TV. And as I usually say, remember that you don't have to be great to start. Just start. Greatness will come. And it doesn't matter where you are in this point of life. What will count is your next step. My name is Abel Omasete. See you soon.